The time says 10 o'clock. Did I set it up for the wrong time? Or are you just saying that it's saying 10 o'clock now for you? Did I mess up again? Hopefully I didn't. Who else do we got in here? Good morning, Belinda. Did I set it for the right time? It was for 9 o'clock our time, right? I don't know. I was half asleep when I set this up, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Good morning, Debbie. And Nia, good morning. Look at all these wrenches we have in here. Let that troll come back again now, huh? So how is everyone this morning? I'll let more people get in here and then I'll talk about my goof up. Good morning, Renee. I've been up since, well, I woke up at 3:30 and then I went, oh, heck no. And I went back to sleep for, kind of laid, tossed and turned for another hour. And then I finally got up. So I have a feeling I'm going to be in for another nap today. But I got to stop napping the days away because then I don't get anything done. And I need to get stuff done. Oh, right, Debbie? Let him wait. Even if he created a new account, he would have to subscribe and wait 20 minutes and then... And I thought about making it an hour, that you have to wait an hour before you can comment, but then the live stream's over, and that's not really fair for the people that are new. So I'd rather just deal with trolls. Sometimes they're funny. I don't know if you guys saw, I had a live stream when I was trying to get monetized a couple years ago. We did marathon live streams, and we had this troll in there, Harvey Price, and I had Micro Farmer. Good morning, Judy. I had Micro Farmer on a panel with me, and the troll came in and tried to troll us. And Micro Farmer just totally trolled the troll and actually became good friends with them. I never had problems with that troll again, but it was really hilarious because Micro Farmer just went on a tangent and trolled him. It was funny. Okay, today's question of the day. Yeah, it was hilarious. And he's still, for the longest time, he would come and comment on my videos. I don't see him much anymore, so he must have got bored. Today's question of the day is, what's the latest thing you have learned about yourself? That my hands don't work like they used to? That I'm old? That one was pretty easy to answer, huh? Yeah, exactly, Belinda. Mine either. That doing the plumbing that day was a huge wake-up call for me as far as my hands go and what I can do, as far as the strength and the arthritis in them. That life and the ways you are used to are not to be taken for granted exactly. And my motivation sucks. So did mine this week, Judy. I just had, it wasn't that I wasn't motivated, I guess, because I did get some stuff done, but I didn't video much of anything because nobody wants to see you pulling a fence or building a gate that doesn't work. Some things I simply cannot do despite my will to do so. Exactly, Nia. I'm definitely learning that. I'm just not capable of what I used to be able to do even just a couple years ago. So it's just downhill from here, I guess. Hi, Barb. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. So what I did this week, for those of you that aren't in the morning chats with the members, I was helping a neighbor build her fence, and well, the fence around her property and the fence around her neighbor's property. And then, so that took up 2 days, and I didn't video over there because I just don't video when I'm helping others. And then she came over here the next day and helped me pull my fence tighter for the dogs. And then I spent a morning, I think it was yesterday morning, maybe it was the day before, I don't remember now, but I built these gates. And silly me, I lugged them outside yesterday and they're way too heavy. So there's no way that those gates are gonna work. I built a dog gate and then a garden gate, and the gate is just way too heavy. So back to the drawing board on the gates. I think I might just repair the gate that I have out there for the dogs now. But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was gonna use, I have the hinges, these hinges that you hang them off of the T-post. And I picked up that gate and there's no way that these hinges are gonna work for that. It's gonna be way too heavy. So even if I don't put, I was gonna put wood slats on the gate for the dogs, and that would make it even heavier. So it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to either repair the, I have a chain link gate that's out there right now, and it's rusted and snapped in half, and I might be able to repair that. Or if not, I'm gonna have to like bite the bullet and buy a new chain link gate, because the weight of the wood, it's just not gonna happen. But it's okay because we might be able to use that wood gate that I built on my neighbor's fence. So it's not like it's gonna be a waste, I hope. So yeah, so then I spent the morning shopping on Lowe's to see what kind of garden gates they had for the garden across the street. And I talked myself out of buying one because they're like $50 for these decorative ones. And I could just use the fencing. I watched a dozen YouTube gates being made yesterday. Oh, wow. But they're so, unless you have wood, a wood post, which I don't have and I don't want, hanging a wood gate on a T-post is just not gonna work. And I mean, if it were like the chickens, I could just do something with the fencing to create a gate, but not with my dogs. They'll get out. So I think my only option is gonna be to try and fix what I have there. Yeah, the 2x2s would work for the garden gate, but only if I had two gates that swung open, because my garden is uphill from where the arbor is, and so any gate's not going to swing out. It has to swing in, and you don't want a 4-foot gate that you have to stand back 4 feet in order to get through. So I think with the garden gate, I'm just going to extend the fence across it and attach a fence stay to it so that the end of the fence will stand upright. I'll show you guys when I do that, but and then I'll just put a piece of wire around the top. All the garden gate has to do is keep the bunnies out. So I'm just gonna, pull the fence over every time I come in and out of there. I haven't seen any bunnies in the garden yet, but I know that they're out there. I have cats that hunt bunnies, so. Yeah, and I saw the decorative fencing. That's what I was gonna go to drive to Jonesboro today and pick up, but it was $50 for the gate, and then it was $10 for each of the posts to hold the gate up, and then it would swing open. It was like a two-door gate. But it's an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back, and $70 for a gate that I don't really need anything that fancy. So I kind of talked myself out of it, and for now, I'll just use the. If they would have shipped it to me, I would have ordered it, but they won't ship it. I have to go pick it up. And I think for now, I'll just use the fencing itself. I have to go out there and put it up, but I think for now, I'll just use the fencing itself and just do a hokey redneck gate until some other time. I might be able to find a black chain link gate for that garden area, but then it'll match the arbor or whatever. But yeah, until then, sometimes I get so far ahead of myself. Like, I bought these hinges and it sounded like a great idea, but it is if you have like a lightweight chain link fence to hang on it, not if you have a wooden fence or a wooden gate. And I could do 2x2s on the gate for the garden, but I'd still have to make it two gates that would swing inward or, outward. And I'm not even going to bother. I'd rather get back into painting my kitchen because my kitchen's all torn apart right now. I'd rather get back on working on that. Ooh, PVC. That might work. And I have chicken wire I could put on the PVC that's even lighter than the fencing. But I got some 2-inch PVC here. I'm just wondering how I would do the hinges. The chain link gate is like $100. I don't know what the fencing costs, but just the gate alone I was just looking at them and they're $100. So that's $100 I don't need to spend. I gotta stand up. It's $100 to keep bunnies out that aren't even in the garden yet. So, but I think the chain link would work. Like, if I'm gonna buy a new chain link gate, it's gonna be for the dogs over here. And then I'll use the one that's broken for the garden area, but it's still really expensive. Yeah, the chicken wire won't hold my dogs back. There's no way. My dogs are butt heads. Yeah, I'm hoping that I could find another used gate. And, like even if I put it if I put the old one in the garden, I could just paint it black. But really, now I can't. I can't use that one in the garden because it's still 4 foot wide. And I'd have to stand back, open it and then stand back 4 feet in order to get through it. Because it would have to open towards me. But I like the PVC idea because I could just use the black pipe. I have the hinges for the T-posts. That's how I got into this mess. So I have these. That's the hinges for the T-posts. But hanging the wood gate on, the wood was way too heavy. And then, like I said, the span of my arbor is 4 foot wide, so I'd need a 4 foot gate. Hi, Pam. It's about time you woke up. No, I'm kidding. But the problem on the arbor gate is that it's a 4 foot wide area. So I'd have to have a 4 foot wide gate. And then I'd have to pull it towards me because it goes uphill on the garden side. A PVC gate on YouTube. I'm going to have to go check that out. Because I have some PVC here I could just paint black. I think it'd look hokey with a black arbor and a white PVC fence, but if I painted it all black, that would be kind of cool. And that's something I can tinker with inside with the AC on, so I don't have to actually be outside to do it. But I'm thinking even if I did like pieces of rebar and then put the PVC over the top of that to be the swing or the hinge, then that could work. I don't know. I'm not in a big hurry on the garden gate. I really need to get the dog gate secured. Right now I have it zip tied closed, so I can't even use that gate. So I need to figure out something back there. So I'm thinking I'll work on that today, and then if I still have energy, I might get the pressure washer out and start pressure washing stuff while I have that here. I don't know if I'll get the house pressure washed, but I really want to get the trailer, the travel trailer pressure washed. Just because I think it'll look so much prettier once it's clean. But I'm going to put that on my list to look at PVC gates and how they made them swing. I know I like pressure washing, especially on hot days, because that way I can get all the yucky water blown back at me. But I want to pressure wash the IBC tote that I'm going to use as a pool, so that it's all clean and ready to go when I get hi Patty, when I get the pool filter. But if I'm going to drag it out, then I might as well pressure wash that travel trailer too. I'd like to pressure wash it and then open the doors and let, like maybe scare all the spiders and snakes out of it. But that's a project I really want to get started on, just because it would be really handy to have a place for, like, if friends came to visit or whatever, then they could sleep in there. But if I do that, then my ceiling's not getting painted and so I gotta keep my priorities straight. But I did get more, I got the fencing and the gates. I got them made, they didn't work. Darn it. And I wish I would have checked them out. Yesterday I went to the hardware store to buy eye bolts to use on the gate for the hinges. I drove all the way to the hardware store, which is a half an hour each way. Got these $4 part. I spent $4 there. Got these parts, came all the way back home, and then realized that the gates didn't work. I could have saved myself a 2-hour trip if I'd have checked it before I left. So yeah, I got nothing done yesterday other than discovering that my gates were not going to work. So how are you, Patty? It looks like I have all moderators in here. Like everybody that's posted so far has been a moderator. Who made a PVC gate pretty neat. You need an iron bar too. What's the iron bar for? Just have the gate swing on it? Debbie, if you can find that video, send it to me on Facebook and I'll go look at it. Yeah, I do a lot of trial and error. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm picturing like a piece of rebar in the ground and then the PVC goes over it and it would swing on that, which would work. But again, I'd don't want to paint it all black. And then for the garden, it doesn't even have to be a tall gate. It could be like 3 foot tall. You know, it's not like the dogs are going to jump over it. They're not going to be anywhere near it. So, I don't know. I wanted to put a gate for the dog area on the front half of the house too. So I might be able to use one of those and just attach it to the house. Working on moss and gunk cleanup. I remember the moss days. We had to do a lot of that in Washington. Moss grows on everything. The roof. At my mom's, before she had her stroke, we were constantly over there cleaning moss off of her sidewalk and her walkway because she kept slipping and falling on it. And then her deck, it would grow on her deck. It grew everywhere there. No, because I'm attaching to metal. So I have no wooden posts out there to attach. I could, if I use one of those gates for the front of the house here and I attach it to the side of the house, then I could use regular door hinges on that gate. But then you have the problem with the other side is metal, and it's a metal T-post. It's not a wooden post, and so you have nothing to put the gate closure on. So I bought these things. These hang off of a T-post, and I thought I would put it on the T-post and then strap it using these holes so that it doesn't, you know, move around, and then screw a block of wood to it so I could screw the gate closure to that. But oh, wet and forget. I've heard that before, Judy. The guy who owned this house before me did nothing that way. Thank God for good friends who are helping me. Yes. I tell you, friends and neighbors. I couldn't have done that dog fence when I did the stretching of the dog fence. I couldn't have done that on my own. So I'm so glad that it worked out with Susie, that she was able to help me and I was able to help her, and we both got fences up. I just wish there was more people in the area that could come help, especially the young guys that can, you know, drive T-posts in the ground like it's nothing. The ones that Susie and I stand and stare at in awe, because we used to be able to do that stuff, and now it's, you know, one T-post just about kicks my butt. Good morning, Denise. So yeah, I was just reading the back of this farm guard thing. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work either, because as soon as the dogs push against it, then that's going to jiggle on the T-post, and I think I just need to learn how to weld and just weld a fence all the way around my yard that the dogs can't get out of. Then they'll just dig a hole and climb under it, but I don't ever leave them out there when I'm not at home, so it's just the fact that they were escaping even when I was at home. See, these things pop in my head that I need to do, and I have to write them down on my to-do list or I'll forget. So yeah, that's why there was no video this week. Is, you know, 3 of the days we're working on fencing. One of the days I was working on a gate, and that's all I did. Type of posts you can attach things to. I had a wood post in there, but we couldn't get it deep enough because there's a huge rock. Hello, Money Pit. That must be Lisa, right? But there's a huge rock. The soil here is so rocky, and that even using the auger, I couldn't get the post down deep enough, even to put cement around it. So I gave up on wooden posts over here. My neighbor's property is different. She doesn't have. She has a little bit of rock at the top, and then she's got clay soil. She said, but I have huge boulders in my ground. Hey, Skinner Farms. So yeah, putting a wood post in the ground out here is just not unless I had the excavator guy out digging the hole. I'm not gonna even try it. Tried it too many times. It's hard enough to get the T-post in the ground. At least those, if you can just move it over a tiny bit. But I haven't hit a rock with the T-post yet, thankfully. Or if I did, they like moved over or something. Donald's busy working outside, but I haven't got the energy yet to do much. Me either. Can you send some of that energy my way? All right, Patty. I was going to call you Debbie. Patty, have a great day. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll be live because I really need to go figure out this dog gate. I want to at least see if I can repair the gate is like one of those metal ones that's just rounded at the top, so you can't just replace one side. Yeah, I have the T-post gate hinges. That's these right here, Pam. But they're not going to hold the weight of that wooden gate that I built. Get some tea and go back out and finish cutting hat and mow the yard. I think he meant hay. Good morning, Armida. Words, they're like foreign to me today. So yeah, I have the T-post hinges, and I could still use these like when I do the run for the fence for the chickens. Yeah, that's it. When I do the chicken run and stuff like that, then I can do I can use these hinges, and probably a PVC gate. I'm really liking that idea because that's light enough that it would work. I don't know who she's barking at. So yeah, I think I need to go Google PVC. I have enough PVC parts too that I could probably do it with what I got here. I just don't think that the PVC gate would hold my dogs in. Oh yeah, the cattle farms, they have those really nice metal gates. I would love one of those. They're just way cheap. I think they were like $250. I went and checked the farm store just for the hollow farm gate. Baling today. Oh, fun. But yeah, I looked at the farm gates because that would be perfect for these darn dogs. I'd still have to put fencing on it to keep them from going between the bars, but yeah, super expensive. I can't afford that. I also realized I probably can never afford farm animals either because I can't afford the fencing to keep them in. Like I always wanted goats. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I got dogs instead. The goats might have been easier to keep in the yard though, huh? So I think I'm going to be researching these PVC fence or PVC gates today and see if I can't, at least for the garden area, figure something out. It's it's a 4-foot wide span. I have 2 gates that I was trying to build, and they're 4 foot wide. And I tried to do them out of wood, but they're way too heavy. Because I'm hanging them off a T-post. And the garden one, it's going to have to be a split fence or a split gate because it's uphill on the other side. Yeah, I believe goats are escape artists also. So they'll just jump on something and jump right over the fence instead of my dogs will jump up there and look and like, look at me, I'm up here. In fact, I had to move that spool, that wire spool that I had in the backyard because that's Titus's favorite place to perch. He like gets up on top of there and like, look at me, I'm king of the mountain. But it was too close to the side of the fence. I didn't want him jumping over. I mean, eventually I'd love to, I don't own the lot right behind me, but I own the next one. And I think what I'm going to do is just buy fencing and fence in both of those lots because the person behind me has never been here. And then just let the dogs, they'll have a 50-foot by 150-foot run then. So more places to dig off from underneath the fence, I'm sure. But I think today I'm going to work on at least getting something up for the dogs so that I can use that gate to get in the backyard. And then I'm going to go Google these PVC gates for the garden area because I think that's a great idea. And then other than that, I hopefully will get back to painting my kitchen. I mean, I would love to. I started it, a week ago and haven't been able to get back to it because everything else was popping up instead. But I really want to get that painted so I could get my kitchen put back together and then start working on it. Oh, you haven't missed us yet. I haven't taken off yet. Very soon, though, because I want to go get started on this stuff for today before it gets really hot out there. I don't want to do the live stream so early for me. I mean, I'm up at 4 in the morning, so thank you, Lisa. I get up at 4 in the morning, and, you know, if it were up to me, I'd do the live stream at like 5 in the morning, but that means the people on the West Coast, you know, it's like 3 in the morning for them, so it's a game plan, not a set plan. Yes, I have that on the wall. So I have a game plan for the fence or the gate now. We'll see if it turns out to be a set plan. I don't know. We'll see. Gosh, the PVC would be so much easier than what I was doing too. So I'll have to figure it out. Yep, I get all these wonderful sayings from the members on the morning chats. And very positive and upbeat. I love it. Like I got the other one. She turned her can'ts into cans and her dreams into plans. I got that from Mama Cat's home. And she said that and I was like, oh, that's like so me. When I was a kid, I was never, even as an adult, I was never allowed to say the word I can't around my mom because she would ask me, why can't you? And I'd have to come up with reasons why I couldn't, which was, there's never a reason why you can't. So I don't have anything else to report to you guys. Oh, I know, me too, Lisa. These ladies on the members only chat in the mornings, I look forward to it every day because it puts me in a really good mood. They're encouraging, they're positive, and they have some great ideas. So I get to bounce ideas off of them and realize that my ideas aren't so wonderful. Like they help me think it through. Although I never did figure out what to cook with the chicken last night, so it went into the freezer this morning. So I still have to cook something with that chicken soon, but nothing sounded good. I was just tired of eating chicken. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, it's expensive, but it's still cheaper. PVC is still cheaper than 2x4s. Go goatkeeperpress.com. I'll have to check that out. Oh, I had a wonderful mom. I am so blessed to have had her. Um, oh, welcome, Josh. Does that mean you're going to come hang out with us in the morning? See, Belinda, I could have done chicken tacos, but after eating chicken enchiladas all week, I was just like over the chicken. I don't, Debbie, because usually when I cook a big meal. I'm used to cooking for 10. So I cook a huge meal and then I freeze that in individuals so I could just reheat. I don't know how to cook something for one person at night. I just can't do it. Like all the recipes are usually for 4 to 6 servings. I usually double that. That site is definitely a DIY on the simple and effective. Oh, all right, let me read it down. Goat Keepers Press. Wait, Goat Keeper Press, yes. Hold on. I need a clean sheet of paper. Goat Keepers Press. I hope I got it right. Right, Donna? We had 8 kids at home. And so there was usually 10, sometimes 12. It depended on what grandkids were there. And so it's easier to just cook a bunch for me and then freeze them. I have these little containers that I freeze meals into. Oh, that'd be awesome, Pam. I don't believe that, Josh. I'm sure you can cook. I mean, cereal's not hard to cook. You just pour the milk in. I'm kidding. I added a 2-pound female puppy to my pet menagerie, and she has all my dogs in a Twitter. Oh, what kind of... That's the Maltipoo, right? Isn't she? I'm pretty sure you said she was a Maltipoo. I got to see a puppy yesterday when I went to go visit my friends in town. And he was so adorable. She was so adorable, and I thought, no more pets. No more pets. Yeah, Maltipoo. Okay, that's what I thought. I remembered. It just took me a few seconds to remember. I bet she's got them all on a Twitter. They're like, now what do we do? Although I watched Titus, and Titus was really tiny when I got him. But then this puppy that I saw yesterday was super tiny compared to Titus was just a little fat ball of fur. And this one's like practically wearing dogs. Welcome to my world, Nia. But now when Titus goes out in the yard, him and Maisie are just going at it all day long. And then they come in and they just like, they come in and they go right into their crates because they want to nap and they want away from each other. 2 Great Pyrenees puppies. Oh, that would be so fun though. Weren't you guys raising Great Pyrenees before, Lisa? Or am I thinking of somebody else? There was someone that had Great Pyrenees puppies when I was looking for Maisie. That was a couple years ago. I have 3 cats and 1 dog. I keep telling myself I don't need more, but then I see you and think maybe I do. I have 3 cats and 3 dogs. Hey, Brandon, how are you? I didn't know anything about the Pyrenees breed. And then what I did read was that I think they're the ones that they roam to protect their land, or or their homestead. Oh, okay. So that was you guys. I think You guys had puppies the same time I was getting Maisie. And that's when I looked into the breed and I thought, well, I don't really have anything, I don't have any animals for them to protect here. At the time, I didn't have a fence and I didn't want another dog roaming the acres here because there's so many dogs that are just running loose. Oh no. But that's why I decided on Maisie, was because she was supposed to be lab mix. And I thought she would be easy to train, but no. Have the AC on 100%. I have two ACs on 100%, and I can't even feel this one over here. I took my curtains down, the blackout curtains down, so I could paint in here, and I haven't got it painted yet. And I could really feel the difference in here. Even Faith got out and hasn't come back. Oh no. I would be beside myself if my dogs didn't. Mine like to escape, but they do come back. Even though I want to beat them when they do come back, I haven't. But yeah, I would be beside myself. I don't know what but I know that Great Pyrenees are working dogs. And usually that's what they do. I think that's the breed that I looked up, that they roam to protect their homestead, but if they don't have anything to protect on the homestead, they roam further and further and further away. And yeah, my fur babies are spoiled. Well, they are for now, but I think Titus, he has such thick fur that I think he'd be happier outside, um, you know, especially in the winter. I think that they do. From what I read on the breed, that's what they do. They expand where they roam, but they roam further and further to make sure that the homestead is safe. But don't quote me on that. I would look it up. I'm pretty sure that that's the breed that I researched. And I just realized that I had a cattle dog before that didn't have anything to herd. And it actually became detrimental to him because then he was trying to herd cats and people and everything else. So I was trying to, when I got Maisie, I was trying to get a dog that would fit in my, little menagerie here. And then Titus, I didn't have a choice. He was a mess. There was a young couple that was getting rid of him. And he was full of worms and fleas and all that stuff. And I just couldn't say no. I was just like, no, he needs rescued. So he's supposed to be a pit lab mix, but he's pit bull and something, but I don't think he's lab. But yeah, that's the reason why I have this dumb fence. We looked all over, but I'm hoping, well, or maybe they're still. How long have they been gone? I was devastated when my kitty didn't come home for 3 days, and come to find out he was up the street with another female kitty, even though he's fixed. I have jobs for her to do to keep her mind working. One of her big jobs is picking up stuff and putting them by the fire pit. I used to do that with my teacup poodle. He would take clothes out of the laundry, out of the dryer for me. He had his little jobs to keep his mind busy. And then I would come in the room and he'd have his toys everywhere, and I'd tell him it was time to clean up, and he'd go pick up all of his toys and put them in his little basket and stuff. I haven't done that with these dogs, though. I should. Instead, it's me going out in the yard going, oh, there's all the bones that I bought you guys, and I have to bring them back inside again. But if I had more time to work with them, I'm sure I could get Maisie and Titus to do it, but I just don't have the time. I'm grateful that they sit when I tell them to, and they go in their crate when I tell them to. Yeah, cattle dogs are easy to train. Border collies, they're really super smart and high energy. And Dilly is part, she's lab and border collie mix. So she was super easy to train. These other dogs I have, they're like, just shut up and give me the treat, mom. Dilly wasn't really treat motivated. She wasn't food motivated. She was ball motivated. So like if I had my ball, her ball in my hand, I could walk anywhere. I could walk for 5 miles and she would be right by my side staring at that ball the whole time waiting for me to throw it. So she was super easy to train, but the others, not so much. Anyhow, guys, I'm going to get off of here so I can go get stuff done. Mainly research these PVC gates now and maybe make a trip to the hardware store to get some PVC. I'm the same way, Donna. I love all breeds, but ball motivated, yep. Gracie and Holly better stay here. I can't take the heartache of them. Exactly, Lisa. I would be the same way. Anyhow, I'm going to get off of here. I will see y'all next week. Members, I will see you Monday morning. And hopefully I will get a video out to you guys soon. You might just see a video of how I fix this gate situation. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Have a good one.